We noise, please.
Why?
I'm on air. Good evening, Nenuanum. Mema nyinaa akɔ aba. Mechiachia obi bia. Mesrɛ wo sɛ waba so anwummere yi a ɛyɛ a na wahyɛ video no. Bɛ sɛ me ne wo edi nkɔmmɔ kakraa bi. Nkɔmmɔ ketewaa bi. Ɛkyena no, me ne me nua bɛrima bi ɛbɛyɛ a full expo on what I am just going to sort of, scratch a surface. Maybe scratch a surface ne kɛkɛ. Na yɛate yɛn ho ase wɔ nneɛma bi mu. Wote aseɛ? Onua a wohwɛ me, mewɔ asɛm bisa. Mebisa sɛ, sɛ waba so a mema wakɔ aba. Mebisa sɛ, ɛnnɛ asantefoɔ bi a ɔmo pride themselves to be asantefoɔ no. Ɔmo ne the olden days asantefoɔ no anaa. Mebisa asɛm o. Me nua Billy Afare Akwaba. Ɛna yɛba bɛka history bi, but moma mebisa sɛ the modern days, this current generation of Ashanti claiming to be a kingdom, no? Are they really the Ashantis that we knew? Yen papa no mo ndi omo bɔ bra, yen nana no mo ɛne omo nyinaa ɛtena Ghana ahyase no. Emra na Ghana ye Ghana Wagadugu no mo ne the Gold Coast, even before centuries and centuries and centuries ago. Ghana na based on history, no, na it was so rich in minerals. Na Ghana was dancing in gold when it comes to, you see, the most rich country, Ghana. Between the 9th and the 11th century, no, na Ghana, yen Gold Coast, Ghana ye kan Gold Coast, ye recognize it as Ghana, no. Ebi mu a ene, omo mpene so, ma Ghana nye Ghana, no. Mebisa say, are they the real ancestors of Yasantuas and the Intim Kakaris and all those warriors that gathered themselves to form the then Ashanti Kingdom? Minia, we know about the history now. Why? We need to make it a priority to have information. Ghana, and Ghana, no. There are some people who don't want to be part of Ghana, as I'm seeing. Ye won krofo bi mu wo ho mo pese o mo beka Ghana fo mu. Good morning, Papa Yeboa. In the 1800s into 1900, Ghana was born. 1900, Ghana became Ghana. We share in 1956, 57, and Ghana, ebeye Ghana. Into me, bisa wasem bi say, we share the history of the Great Britons, even the people who now call themselves Russians. The kingdoms that rose against another kingdoms and kingdoms and kingdoms. And then we share, kingdoms and kasakura Ghana kura, we are not a kingdom. But and then the Ghana we are today, other kingdoms actually put down their crowns to form a union called Ghana. Maybe say, woman ye ni omo sha ase a na ebi ya asantefo no is the current Ashantis, those Ashantis na omo ye warriors a omo de enkabom eka omo hu bom a na hefo na omo mpese Ghana ebeye Ghana, to say the America be America here, UK abeye we UK omu kan nkuro kan mo ho bomu ma ye friend European Union no hefo ene omu edi entity ye foforo ama ebi mu dwene se omu ye nkoa wo Ghana. Hello, you know. You see, when you look at the history of Ghana, kingdoms rose against other kingdoms because there were a lot of kingdoms in Ghana. Na enye Ghana, omu abrofone ba yo mabe demarcating you. You see, before the 1800, you know, Ghana existed. So what you see? Ghana existed long time ago. The Gbanis were the kingdom once upon a time recorded to be the great empire of Ghana. And then if you look at the people who defeated, even before that, before even the Dagbanis, you know, na Ghana was the most greatest and the most fortified land. Na emre ko enimu no, na ewiase ye tu kwan ne ahoho be fra yentem. Anase enipa change ne tebea ekoka oman ho ma omo chichire sa oman no na eniama change ene ayeti hoi. Has Ghana actually received independence as a whole? Ghana, the country Ghana no, not the nation. Maybe say wasem o echina na meye the full way, you know, because there are people who don't want Ghana. You see, back in those days there were kingdoms that rose against other kingdoms, and then in the 18th into 1900, the Ashanti, a group Ashanti, actually resurrected after the Denchira defeat. So some people came together to form a kingdom because na asase no omote so no omo hu se ngudie ewo so. Menua tie ni ye o. Don't be proud if your king regards you as a subject today. Ene yeda so eson se ye wonkoa. Something happened along the way. Minua. And then what I'm seeing in Ghana, I saw postings, the Ashanti kingdoms. I saw postings of when the king speaks, no law in Ghana can overthrow. That is very dangerous for a country like Ghana. And then some people, they are not even bothered. They say, ohene eka asemo no egu ekunya ho fi. Some people are not even bothered. So maybe say the warriors na omo be chechire Ashanti no omo de nkabom na ebi epene so my independence by no. Are these the same warriors we are seeing today? Because those warriors accepted independence. Those warriors knew, said, the kingdoms formed a nation, a country called Ghana. Into Wusha, there are no other regions that still says Ghana, kingdoms, except for some Ashanti people. Into me, Bissau say, the Ashantis who pride themselves today to be slaves, slave or what pride, are these same Ashantis who cut off the heads of kings. Omutimi robo ohene a wadi bone na omutimi etwa ohene su efi krom ohene anase eye a paradigm swift bi bribi si ya na ma ene nkoa mom e de ahemfofo abaye nkoa menu adwene ne amekan hu ye e kina ye ba be kirekire mu ye ama the Great Britons, Americans, Usha Belgium Kurana, they have two systems, the king and also the government. prime minister or the prime minister right now is only 42 years old, who just got elected. You know, they've been fighting for so long, Germans. But the rulings, things, the law that persecutes people, not the kings, but it's the government, the prime minister, the court system. And the Ghana no, adenti na ebi mo agye atum so mo yenkoa. Are they really yenkoa? And I said it was through the manipulation and the schemes of the people who are now rebellious in Ghana, who does not want the truth to be told and has turned ahemfofo into nkoa. Because ene mamika asemi nchira ene ohene kasa wo Ghana tete no wahu mamika asemi nchira na ti ase tete no wahu yetu ohene edie nti ene ohene aye ne ho untouchable na opese onjintum na watimi a convince enkrofo bi so mo yenkoa ede na esiye me nua dwene ho kwa akire. You see, a kingdom is supposed to develop. A kingdom is supposed to look like a kingdom. So you can't kingdom, American kingdom. Uduha glass and kwa. And no na say the kingdom is a kingdom. Thy kingdom come. Utmus a kingdom. Udu German kingdoms. Udu in kron kroya. Omu kingdoms atutufem tie. You see, they abolished the two means that were holding the country's progress. They actually let it fail. They put aside their crowns. Because some start space. Jesus Christ, you can't Jesus as someone, a young croffu be more, whom bonnet. Ewo mumua omumpe defeat empe. But look at the Jesus Christ almost say oja na hinche eto ho en oja na hini die na hini mu nanka ohini etina pekemu na ye hwahwa na ede menua. But the kingdoms today that are viewed as kingdoms ewo kromu they are the receivers of visitors. And no, sa kingdoms ni be na Africans, Ghana fwa ko seeking refugees. Omu ji ahoho because omu wo a space to receive ahoho. They have, because ohini jana hindi ho ena oji ahoho ena oye akwa ejuma. Or no hini. So they changed it, the qualifier, the qualify way measures to change in say or hini eninia otimi esisa ebia apakem or hini eninia nensa etimi eso anua na change into a concrete. Sana abrofuni kuromunu. Omu behu the way an Africa for omu epe atenase ne aduane fa. Inti they took some Africans way culture ena omu de nia Africa for the pride of himself no mu da be chichiro mukuru. Maybe say will say ene the kingdom that people who are priding themselves to be slaves or say menshia kan semua the law. So did we receive independence and is menshia not part of Ghana? Other kingdoms has allowed their kingdoms to emerge so we can be a country. Hefo enene omu eya hemfufuo ewo Ghana ne, because there's something wrong. You see, there's a big question there. You see, because ene Ghana nia ojitum ojini hutum say obi ohene no. Sa Ghana ni ntimi make a decision. Ghana ni ba ntimi nkɔ nanim because ohene esese okosua ohene ekasa ntimi nka bi. Ghana ni ba ntimi nka ne enye. Ene Ghana ni ba aboto. Ghana ni ba say asase no yo ohene ne dia nti ni ope na ode ye. Oya eye den na Ghana ni ba bedane akoa. Maybe say asem. Are the modern Ashantis, the real Ashantis, the then warriors who removes kings out of their halls and bring them to justice? Minya, chirimi. The truth will always defeat a lie. Why are some people regarding themselves as their slaves? Minya she akwa eni ano ewo fie nti se uni ano se wo se wote ebia bi wo hene ekasa uni say na che se we akwa. If you cannot reflect, if your area and reflect who you are, that means say we akwa was our area no. Nti hefo na ene omo asantememu ene today Ashanti region who views themselves the kingdom there are no kingdoms ewo Ghana. Inti hifuo ena yede edin a manipulate you to think say even there is a golden stool. Have you seen has your father seen the golden stool before? Onua wohweme wo papa kura oswen akunya na yesi akunya no. Have you seen nia yesi yasantoa ekoje baaye no? Have you seen it before? No. Munka no kore. Ghana fo. Muma yenka no kore. Yaya mami tissue please. Muma yenka no kore. Menua uni ano ewo Ghana. Wo ya akwa na ase wo ye kuroba. Wo ye omani. Ena ohene sanction obi a uni anu onu a wohwa me maybe say say the history tells us that Ghana was kingdoms who were ruling in their own kingdoms, in their own territories. They had their own territories. Ushe, the Dagbani, the oldest kingdom ever, rose in Ghana. Even before that, not they were kingdom. The Salimahi wine. Let me see. Hold on. It is good to read, though. Papa, stick it on. It is good to read. Kai say enkofu bi ba Ghana, omuhu se Ghana no. Achedi a na ewo Ghana no. Na eye ngudi a enibre wo ho. Ohun ngudi a na Ghana no. Mami, yeah, thank you, Charles, boss. Ube ya akwa sa. Ngudi a na enibre wo ho. What you say? Inti ema attract outsiders. Ema omo ba Ghana. Samre no na Ghana ye ni Togo ni hwan na weifuo esoro hofo no hwe from the northern area ho ebefra part of Togo land no krampo no. Baby o no mu free ba no. They made up to be the empires that were ruling a certain minerals ewosa ehono. German for ba ye ya na ye chance ye say ye chro Ghana ho nsemu. But the other people that came before Ghana, before the Germans and the English, the British for no. Now they took our artifacts and our writings and the way ye niyama nso, the carving on our bodies, and troya echre niyama, and no, and no de call mu kurom nti ukọ some universities bi wo Rome mpo, you will see the write-ups of African history, historical facts. People that came, the Latins and all those Spanish that came, you know, they took some of our artifacts. So the history is out there. It may be so say, as countries and nations came together to form a country or a nation, you know, and ne kingdom, I say kingdom, Ashanti kingdom, no, maybe say a Kagana huana. Eyada na Ashanti ni ne ena Ashanti fo ebi mu say omo yenkwa aden are the rulers the real enkwa na say, because how come say obi a woye ekuroba obi di wuso na ode wasase aye ne ono pe tie o ode wasase aye ne ono ope otimi ye wo ma nia ope titi Ashanti fo no so no montesa. They were champions at their own games. If you look at the other kingdoms in Nswa, everybody has some special abilities. Omunde chichere omunsase na enye bi eye taboo. During the Menchia Palace way odike ohini bi kan asem bi na mewra ho amasa ohini o say omni Ashantefo na de abrofo kontokwa ema abrofo no kura ntimi no mudwane ye. Go and read the history yourself. Go and read the history. Why the Englishman left the gold why and how, and to be no mo de to koko bisa menu amameka asemcho. One of the kings ni bi bampo yare a ekunkum that region na omo mbekun ye omo kun gold ni hu nyina ne abrofo ne kono. You see the most northern region for all those people that came from neighboring country came to fight, and yare to go omoso last akono in 1882. And san abrofo ne kon ye no unim ewu omuwu ye unim dodo ewu ye unim dodo yare na ebobo omu na nya say they were defeated. The last fight with the English people na yare both no nyina was infested with sickness diseases from unrenum. So one of the kings nibi England, the 4 kings omumba abemu aketo ono so edi omachi oma be hu Gold Coast bi omo be ko hu ntokwa so metimi akekere corona yare na epamu omo yare na epamu omo iti wa menuano mu a ebi mu a omu defending the divisions and the lack of acceptance of letting your crown, putting your crown on the side and fighting for Ghana. The rebellious hearts, people who are rebelling from esisiebia entrobi omuma memwaka chiro omni om papa mono. It's as if some people were lied to, and the rest of that area no think say ohini no is has an absolute power. Inti ama ekuro no enkoso. Hwe ekuro ya ahensem no ekuro no nkoso, because guess what? Ohini no is one person. If the king is corrupt and has acquired so much power, the whole nation, the whole country becomes a crumble. So maybe say tete for young Ghana, for the name Ghana, which was a transitional names up until when it arrives to be Ghana, because there were many names, there were many kingdoms back in those days, kingdoms upon kingdoms. And the kingdom bang and also on Panama Ghana and Ghana. Because when you talk about Ghana, it is a democratic Ghana today that we elect a president and workers to help the president with the voices of the people to see said development comes into the country. But now, no, we have a power struggle. There is a conflict right there in Ghana. So who are the people today claiming to be Ashantis? No. Listen, where are Sembiso? Who are the people who don't want other voices to come up and fighting? Who were the people that defeated the Nchiras, the Buno Ahafos, the people, and Odike is probably ancestors of those real Ashantis now. Nioka that region no bomu or the croye ekasakro etimidi cancer region ni bomu no. Where are those ancestors? Where are the remnants? Where are the the descendants of the real warriors na omo enim kroye no? Where are those people? Where are them? Because and then it has said there are some people who never accepted Kwame Nkrumah, which was evident. They didn't want independence because they wanted to change Uko history now. That region, there were some people who dominated and made some people to think they were slaves up to a neck. And many people think they are slaves. That was our region. Some people. And they have succeeded to make some people believe, say, without this voice, they are inexistent. So that's what I say. Oba kufu etimi ama you see senka. You see ya kenyina no senka wudu kumase nanka abuo bi si ho. Ti said the kromu a wo travel na wudu town na welcome to a na kire oniama town no. It's all about the history. Na chro na abuo bi si ho wo kakra kunya si ho glass nko ko wura kro no ma na uhu say yeah this is a kingdom. If this was happening, Papa, and no, that is what a Riase is supposed to be. Development. Name. That is the true meaning of Okaindini, which is leader. Ghana for translating leadership say Opeyini into obi edeni peyini etimi ha neni inso na onya Okaindini. The word leader no wahu manipulation adisua yanchire bi muntino. You see, because now enim die abo yen nananom omo kae no after slavery no after the slavery time now almost sa nyansafo fi Ghana no eka enkokorafo ne nkwada nti na onyansa ni bia ye kan masons ne omo thinking. So some of those descendants ebi ni Kwame Nkrumah no ba na ne nanafo no omo na onde omo ba chichire omo no mo ya hemfofo ene no omo ba chichire kingdoms that we have today in America. You can find some in Australia, you can find some in Egypt, you can find some of our ancestors ewo Germany ne uhwe nkronkroma develop no. Some of the kings omo ena ya chichire omo nsa edi plate esi omo ano echiro omo carve omo to share omo nso say we ye mason ne ye de abono we oye carpenter ono timi carve pum ne ye de abono we oye Greek we pum ono no nim fam pum ne ye de abono. So usha omo kodu shape no all the blacks have mark on obia wo mark, all of them. Now they were all marked. So some of the descendants ebi na akasa ne no odike. You see adie before ansana ubehun bibi no agi force agi rapture biba. When change is coming, it comes with a force. Then the force, allows you to see what is real and what is 19 Jesus catcher way for and say moon train nyini bomwa and now ube papa no it's nyini you will see say the ones that are weed you can see them falling and then you see the giants amongst them. Odike is one of those people. They those people that will say they are the descendants of the kings that were brought to all parts of the developed Italy for Nina Toby, Obia to Toby, Abrofono, Obia to Toby, and Oma kingdoms were who were the slaves left. And the residents, I'm not saying said the true indigenous people. Esa nkomu no mbedi ade e na nkomu temete omo no hwe se immigrant ekokro bi so a wo de menua wote Canada menua kanwa look at yourself. How do you see yourself in Canada? How do you see yourself in US? Do you think you belong? How do you anya adwuma na wokọ up and down? Yemfa a wonya akoa over time anya wo na wo UK one out on over time. But the true people of the land understands the language of the land. So when it comes to being dominated, they rebel. But as obia we akwano, ohene kasa hun kasabi, iti hefo na ene, omo se ye asantefo ye ohene kingdom. Where is the kingdom in Ghana? Where is the kingdom? It's Ghana transition yet to become Ghana. No. Why are we refusing development? Ewo Ghana. Ma ebimu ya omaji atum so mo ye nkoa. Inti ye ne oba akofo timi esi yedie ekwan. Menu ati eni yo because okan African history ma me esi edua. I don't know why God, or say maybe beautiful May, thank you. Or say they think they know, but they are very, very empty. And you see, it's all good. It's all good. So mukasa because obi ankasa unhunu or ahemfofo kasa te se nkwada. I'm sorry for them to say so mono mukunye. Emma, listen. Everybody fought to acquire the land they are on. The only thing is, some people accepted to be reformed, to be reformed into accepting other people as one. And when you can abakosem say, na Jesus anko betimi atena na hingwem, obetimi atena na hindiemu a nanso na asase so it is a metaphor. Eye bebuo ma wo. And now if be so Ghana, they don't want Ghana to be reformed and to be to be born into becoming a nation that allows every gift to operate, every talent to operate. Itiama utimi hu se memma pa memma. You see, they deliberately mixed up the gene so they can get a kukudam form from Muko Germans. That's the trick. Or the abrofu maybe a world war, a war needs to see yenano. Or maybe before crying for the blood to be mixed. Send yabaya mojana mo hano said or dendino kofra that chino baya ding. So what you say? Inti utimi who say nano nkoto cancer. It is true. It is what is there. It's a fact. When the blood mixes are a so tetefone hunyansa me say asantefo na omo wo hotete no omo ni the modern ones here na. I don't think so. Commentia say nipa say me yakwa development enkoso ye penesa obi mfa yen anyhow. You see, ye wakase bi wotwi kasem say okuresini. For you to be identified as okuresini no, that means say ne ekoso ewiase nitie ewiase nkoso nia I to say fish o wonsu ase onim sese wie bi ewo nsuo nani so okurase ni ye ekuro na se chese wudi asase na se na ye pa e wo free ye chese wo okurase ni so uhwe some people say ni aye kosu they don't want Ghana, they don't want a memma tetefo ni ehunu nyansa e mixe blood no ma anka gifted Ghanaians will exercise their gift no Ghana fo bi mu a omo rebelle mami kan sem kire na te ase yi you see se akwadi ade a ya no mpese obegya mu akwa obi ade bi ni no saa de kodie ne bedu ne nsa esan se onim se wo behu akire kwan ti no onim se ni baby ogye saa de ni free ye no wo behu akire kwan nti ne oye ne se obo wankasankasa pa ema wo kum wo nua me nua no mo ene I don't think say my true brothers Ashantis what is going on right now people thinking say omo yenkwa I don't think so because tete no me say ye kotu ohene free ne dem say do you know what goes on ewo ahemfie ho obema owo ni own right yetimi twi nanima obe Johnson ne panty do you know what that does to your soul Mamika Sancho, there's a process abrofo ni ebibifo ni fam and those palaces go through they take indigenous Ghanaians a memo mu wanumunyam ahemfofo a esanka omo akukuduro ya dani omo abeye nkoa nti ye de obi ba so omma ohene nanim a ye mane hwere nanimunyam wonim ne omo de ye no say ye tu janto afrew say what ye bibi enye na brahimfia wonim ne omo ye koye nipa no ye mawut obemma ohwea do you know what that does do you know why there are so many abuse in our homes wonim ne enti ayem papa no mu ni dobium wonim ne enti atete womo a na do you know the humiliation your spirit the spirit no no mu kokunu that is what the white and no na brofo no de slaves no they kill you until bema gina ho panso no na oye dummy and no na ye de aya ahemfofo ne so what in empathy no because the truth the truth they want the truth to die with you they want the truth to die in you Minia we Soraya Aisha welcome Thelma Eddie welcome and a mama yes you do anyankopon hia munya mun share video no enti ye fra wo kwa ahemfia and this practice was not what was going on before we ye mranko anu be di ade me na me church ade bi because Ghana no we were great men and women and now one say even in the Ashanti region where women installed kings no chiefs or whatever no have you seen the changes where now women are now the subjects of those king me ametu no isn't it what is going on in our government wa we tu nipa no esesang wo na wo kire na mamre utu obi a wo na wo kire no ne so ye ene ma beda ne nkoa when did that start me nu adwene ho ye so bet me sorry ye in the midst of a war say me kokun na ayeden na mema deda ya santo awede no no ye mema aboto ye mema ada isn't it what Odike also said say ene ahemfofo ntimi nkasa bio ohene ada ne ho we isn't it what Odike said ya santo said the same thing and she stood ewo moja hiemu make mark ewo Ashanti region and are they the same Ashantis today menua mo ma yenhwe ade ye ahindie ne ko ba bi menua wo so wote ho a wo se ya frɛ won ohene Who are no ahemfie or hene? Are you just a ceremonial chief, or you are a real king with a voice? Inti Ghana no nia abrofo no ekoye ya almost triple obibini of ne tumi no. Enu bi na esi wa ahemfie. Omutimi efre ohene a ono so oppossess power. Se waka asem na anko asem no enya asem boni wonku nipa onhwere moja ade ema anka esese ya buo nipa fo se wadi obi yere se wafa akona wato akola mo na ade anka efa kra ho ena esa anka ya fro obi sa niama no na anka esi a ye twa obi asu nanso ene no ukasetia obi a oni tumi nti ontimi nyina asem eye dan na ye ntimi nkasa ohene anim sa mara na efiri hifa menu adwene ho kwa akire ne hu se wo a wo fra ho asante no wo yakoa asantefo ni bi eye true warriors of the ancient days eye dan na yese ye nkasa ohene anim iti ye yetimi kofa ohene a ono so oppossess power owo yere ne ma anyame ama ne tumi fa nhudie na ne yonko bema oma fra no na yama na ahwea. Do you know the psychological, spiritual mummification or implications of those acts? Do you know what they are doing to you? Do you know what they did to your father? Asantini a wohwemi ayaye wakoa sabi wonim ne ayade ye wo papa ohene wo papa ye ohene wo papa ye mana sase oppossess owotumi ewo eniama bi hu a yama no enyansa anase nimdia wo niama bi hu ngudie anase possessions a wa possess no yama no nso ohene bi timi frɛ no se wakase tiase watiase mbeto obi papa okokan bribisa menua they are true warriors so but are these modern Ashantis na ye ka ohene asem a ene omu ni tumi biom no are they the real Ashanti and I say omu a ya be change asem no mom edi ohene na be ya akoa me say obroni no hwe ye kofa bibifo so omu maye adwuma so imagine obroni ni ba no no ontimi nya adwuma no enye broni ni na ye mason no enye broni ni na ye architect no enye broni ni no ye farmer no the cotton field no mbesesa ye bibifo ban abrofo no mo ni mo hwe what they had was they had a ship but no munim how to break a spirit. They know how to break a spirit. Inti ya fra ahemfofo ohene ene ye gu ohene hu fi wo akola mpo akola kan akola nim na hwe na da bia na humiliate akola no make the child next to nothing and see how the child will become na obi papa na ye de na kwa ahemfie na yesi onwiawia menua this is a scheme and an orchestrated wickedness and barbaric for the land eyemusuo say yet fra penyini a waka na adwene say brabahwia anase kotomanim menkoto wayanim menua spiritual there are spiritual implications so menua wo hwe me wo papa koye saade ni bida waton wani monyam se wo papa ohene afre no na yesi onwe a menua wagye utumi afiri ho uni tumi biom se wo papa entimi nkasa ono ankasa ni krom na ya ye ne se gimmick menua spiritually no sana brofo no be read the history eye den na ene ebi mo so mo mpene ma kingdoms na aboa mo ho no Usha the eastern region for Oma beka Ghana aban no Oma pene so usha northern usha mfanteman first no kura de ma menkan we nkyerɛw first no na usha omo ba mu last kura ye northern the rebellious ones no northern Ashanti Kingdom ma menkan nkyerɛw in 1820 where kingdoms no egugu ye no ntokwa se wonim woni wonu ya ntokwa simu hwa enkoa ne hu se ahemfofo ne ntokwa ni bere because na ahoho no oma bebue oyankasankasa yete ade no nso na yenim so before ansana Ghana ya bua ye ho ano no British fo no ne German fo no this is the later part no ena saa enibere we ba yo ma menkan nkyerɛ. In 1821 no the Fantis were constituted first omo J and Kambom constitution means okay yan kuntokwa biom say ni say into the British Gold Coast the colony with the capital of Cape Coast. In 1850 the Ga Dangbe were for no yan cousins no Anglo we Tongas yani ye Cambrofo akese that's right. And the Akans, which is presently south east Ghana, existed as Danish Gold Coast, which got incorporated into British Gold Coast as a second constituent. In 1872, Hono, and a Gold Coast a colony was established from all the above territories, areas from Aflau to Exim and extended way inland as far as the border of Ashanti. So I'm reading your now Santifon can because omo mpe kroye omo ana omo pe omo fa plan omo ana omo fa plan menua omo mbe chechire Ashanti Kingdom no read these years na say when did that happen. It was in the 1600. So the then Ashanti people no, do you think it's them today? There was a history saying now there were short people, and na omkofa from Esruho, my brother see, almost so from the Mali, the Emranifua, na Egyptian warriors ne pharaohs no and omkota mo na omobe mix black, which was a smart. It's not a bad and not bad. If you have to be a smart nation, you have to be a smart nation. So ubetimi akofa obi na wode no abe mawo ahodene. It's not the then. Those then Ashantis no, they were smart. So what you say? Tomu kofa be mixi moja no. Sani mbenya mmarani wo. Mami bisa wasemi. Did something happen to those mmaranefo no? Say omu tio essence sie but unim ne enti a ene me say ni bre. The wrong people are now on the stool. Menya tie me kan wo pa he kokoye ne awpe. The truth must be told. So the reason why is what is happening now. And then they see and mebunu say comedy kufu ado cemetery because when ya gang mafias afena Italian way for na afena Ghana for so it's yama ya flexion right. Those days no omokofa ekuku dam from na emananefo no ema omo emexe blood no say na be ya omoma ebenyini no mamenka story ne nkyerɛw. They didn't treat them good. People are really angry and they stirred anger into some people. Ewo Ghana, ewo sa area no. They stirred anger and right now they are rebelling. Nesanka ye ji omo tumu de mrebi de omo kan ho a. E no mo kire omo ase e ji omo tumu the truth a anka ne esi ensi. oburo ni timi ekwa adopt akwala ni nyini wi a na wa oma kan kire ni say oh na menwo e na say ni say na ene mami kan kire o menua ene wa we asantini mom ye de wa ya akwa e na wote wona ne na ya asante stew mesra wa hu stew ne da Ejuman Kese disrespected Wei Okedi's family was very pity because of power. Yeah. You see, when they do that, so the do you know Ahimfufua? That house has stripped them. They stripped their spirits out of them. No human being should be humiliated. You see, can you stand a tumia? Wabra wutumi nase na odome wo ama yahemfofo no sabi bebre ne nwene because of niam bia. So now no esan said those people as triple omuniti no now they are next to nothing, but the anger, the lack of information esesan ka yedi edad na gye sa esrohofo no nso tumu no ene ekunya na kodi ho ya be ya wakoa itimi bisawo biom ekina na yeba be kirekire mu ye ene Ashanti yes kingdom. There's no kingdom because some people refuse to grow out of preserving power for themselves and enjoying people piss on themselves, humiliate themselves, make them next to nothing, and view them as subjects. Ewo Ghana, ename no wukasin. Ghana, ye wonkoa. Unim say, ye wonkrofo bi mu a yasa omo, enemre, meme bi wo ho yasa no, ye yi ni hwe a. Enewo, ye wondonko, ewo Ghana, enya Ashanti nko a o. Ye wononko, ene 2022, ye wononko wo Ghana. Do you know that? So who are these people that has been subjected to think said they are slaves? Why are they accepting the fact that Ugota who can udu kronuma? There is no kingdom. It is not the kingdom. The kings were removed from Africa a long time ago. Ebe sisi kingdoms. Ewa bruchimemu. Dabena ene ekunya na change akodi baby boni a yede ahemfofo asefo ayenkoa. Minu adwene ho hwe. Dwene ho hwe ohwe amamre bi mu a eye to suit a certain people. Inso Ghanani ba benyini e fa sa amamre ne sa no law changes. Adenti na Ghanani ba afa amamre a eka ne hye say amamre. Unim ne entira ya strip wo power o papa ya de ne kwan fie ma ne kotoye emma ya dome no ya humiliate wo agye ne balls ya sano hwe mesika sa akola anim wankasa wadamfo yini secret bi na nipa gu ho na ema egu ho pa na ma bi emebi ope baako na wagu ni ho anim ase wa na kuma anasa say wo tumi a you can strip them of who they are, and that is what happens in the palace. You ship a hinianim, you do at them, they make you next to nothing. It's who papa. Why? Because a mamra na sasanka ene imebunu esom nanka yenyi na ye change no ene bebunu ne se oya akoa ohina kasa ewie ono ntimi nka biom oya akoa aden na wabe ya akoa. How did you become the slave? Do you know what they have stolen from you? Do you know what they have stolen from you? When him say and near maybe wo kase bi wo ho a mami ka se mi tete no ebusie what to me back in those days, the kingdoms, the reason why the women can choose the men they want to bear children with back in those days. Not the Ashanti region, hono, a man would to me, and a man and what to me. Say, Nkwano, I'm making man mumuno and kwa. And then, or hene kasa, ne yere kura inti bedroom hobio. Do you know why? Do you know the Lord that says, say, oba kasa, obema kasa, oba nkebin, unim nientra, na menkanchiro. You say, teteno, nature has its own surprises for people. People who think they are power, no. Nature showed them, said, nature has power. What could choose we hear all right, and so we hear into me home. It is a mamma or dine chino. Eh? Yet me ko friend or hinne beda. The minute or hinne nada, abaywan timinium or yepepe, that abaywan assumes a place of a wife. So if the law says women has power, do you think they will give the abawano power? Meaning I didn't know. Do you think say abawano yebema power? Ena ye mrebi ma ene waba umami abewo una nakora abewo una nakanso abewo unso bewo uda so te samre ni eno nti uda so to potoye ni because na abawa ntimi make a decision wo fie. So they have to make a law say all women cannot speak. But a kronso a emma oba kwan ma oba enkasa no kro ni nkoye e kura onti oba ne onti nkola ni kro ni nkoye nti anese wahu why there's a question somewhere. Are these people the real Ashanti warriors who came together and formed a union? And they came in the name of unity so they can be strong. And back in those days, before, no, now the king is krong, menya, menyin to say, or hene, ahimfo 44 no, omu wechiwa die bi, ebi, eni so ninsa, ebeka moja, or hene, enuti no hene, enko war, omu mfano, enyina kunenim, menya montio. Oh, hene nyina kunani because oh hene no esese ne nsa eye kan ono na Moses ono na tumi no God ewiase. All the instructions and directions came from Moses, and God uses one person to always do something. So ahemfofo Africa ahemfofo no and the kingdoms why we were able to live there peacefully, including the kingdoms that roses back in those days that later our one befra yemunu ema odin to yebe to yentem my rising against ourselves no. Those are in no na omu wa chet a chiwade yemfa oba wo mreko a monkai boase ana menuanu mo monkai ahemfofo a ohu oba no pena they must marry oba no onene na owari oba na the king assumes the responsibilities of that woman ene ahemfofo wo ma esie ewo kukuam iti obeti then direction another direction ye de lead oman no tete no na ohene ye kum nipa kora obi akokum obi ye de oba se ohene timi di asem echi nipa okum se nipa no Africa, the great mighty land ene ede na ye de ayekoro no ede na ye de ayekoro no tete no ahu ohene timi dom ohene ne pia ohene bia pia e wona taaso ohene biara pia ohene enti apekam yefo na de apekam ahentena ahemfotena baaye. Look at the ancient days of Africa. See whether a king is sitting in a throne. They were queens, warriors, standing in front of walls. In kwalankete akwalakete no yo hini mekacho say ohini endi akoanim ohini shows a trail ono no kire kwan a yemfa so ono no be kire say the true Africans Inti ena me bisa wasam say wa wagye atum say wo yakoa a ena ohene kasa ohene ama wo kuro apansam ohene asai wo japade ohene adefile wo nkwala oba esese wo be ware na nega nani bema etimi kofo no ane girlfriend because nanape ade na di inti ohene etwintwantwintwan ememua enan tifi. And then you call that kingdom in Remu a kingdom that defiles, discriminates, evilness, bringing kings to their needs and stripping them of their powers and their authorities. You call that kingdom that don't share power with other kings and has turned them into subjects. That's a kingdom. Do you know why these people are great? Because they are kingdoms. King dominates. Kings dominates. Kingdoms. Onua Ghana yara enkwa bi mu ya pese ye yi omu free weinum but omu mpene 1901 and Sana Northern Territories became a British protectorate and were incorporated into Gold Coast. And then 1956, British Togoland was also incorporated. Even Togoland no kra ye de kan ye hu kra no. And na se wa hu nkoa na ba ye no. And na almost Togo no. And onyi ye nyina mfiri mu. Ko yan so ye first. The way that bonfo kra no mo ho first no. Omo anyi obi amfiri. Ye incorporate ye as Ghana first. And then Paul Amantems almost in edikanfo. And Sana Northern British Columbia for incorporated into Gold Coast after Presbyterian. And then on a 6th March of 6th March, and no crampono, omwa ene. They don't want Ghana to be as a uniform country. Even in 1956, Emra Kwame Nkrumah, after all that, me see from the 1800s, and these people gained foot into the slaves, Oni a wohwe me, we eye nokora me de brew. Read it. Why? Ebe bua. Even prempe, baby I de prempe koye. You see, there are so many things in Al-Qaeda. You can read them. It is free. It is free. You see, the Swedish has their own terms of how they saw when they came and what is considered kingdoms. The Arabs for no so were ombehu Ghana fire. Spanish for no mbe discover almost etroye. Wo ni sa truth no wo because ye pese we akwa afebo akwa menua tutuso nako Ghana de ne ho ka ho na ye tutuso na enemre yi no enkronkro ahemfofo nyina yi omo che ato nchen anke kro a na nke ne even the queen and needs that to me to say Osha kingdoms and what just 7 kingdoms recognized as kingdoms. Only 7. Only 7. Ghana any baby na Kumasi mpo abeye Kumasi kingdom. Eye den na asantefo bi mu wa wo yo hene ye de atu tim se wo ya akoa. Menua wo kai se wo papa kan no kore kire wa humiliating factors. Triple wo papa said the abrofo no ebeye bibifo ma bibifo ye dummy mana ne page na ho na ya triple no what they did yetimi group slaves no obi ji wutumi a oye ade no ogun hu fi ogu wanimu ase. That is what happens in the palace. Menim krofo bebre the same Ashanti the warriors na omodi kroye echeche asanya nunie enya nunie yesi golden stool mi bisa se wahuda wo papa ko bisa nana se wahuda yesi ya santo akoji golden stool ba odeden na ba da ben e wo hefa wahuda onu a wo hwe me mumma yemfa fact enya adwuma because swayed away from fact ama Ghana era. Say who can Ghana history. Everybody has their own, but there are things yet the pen is mightier than the sword. I'm telling you. You cannot erase. You can't. That's why abrofuni edge to me. Ene Ghana sika yet say tatia. Why? Because adie bia mo beto no enye obroni. Obroni wo asase bi efirifi bibi. Upe bese dollar. Upe kube dollar. Even shito me ba Ghana bet shito China fo ayede peanut esi Ghana ni fie dollar. Upe ntoma dollar. Upe bayere dollar. Upe bibia wope dollar into Ukraine and Russia war. Read the history of the Russians and read how French language came into its existence. And you will see, say, from generation to generation, and sakrayo. And yet then I'm crofubisi Ghana di. Omo mpene. Ahindie no na Ghana kingdoms no. Omo yino omo je omo chesi yo. Ye kan say Jesus oja na ahindie mo to ho a mo ntia se. Ene hey, who's gonna play Ghana Jesus for you now? Hey, Montina ho ate. Nyankopon hira mo share video no na ekina ye ba be kirikiro mu. Enya bone se the den warriors nyansafo ekosisa emanante a omowowa ebe mixe blood no sane ebe ya omo future generation will become strong. It was a smart idea. The same thing is happening in Wabrochi. Obroni wo nyansa osebra ahemfufuo man no omo gi nipa gi ahoho ma ahoho kete e ma ahoho nsuo no ma homa ahoho atnase kingdom ben na wo Ghana ogi ahoho. And what is the process? Menua, explain it to me. Amanfo nyankopon enhira mo nyinara so wonsa ka we bia mesrew share the video na enkoto ba bia na yensu ade enfree yenne ene yensu ade enfree ene wensu ade na ekina another task is ahead of you and you will fail. Iti wa unye ni say wonana asantini no oye warrior la na wofo say wonana ene oti wo ya akoa de a mansa ojejirije tete no asantimam ye kwotwe hene said de na UK ye twa hene ti wo bedwam no na tete na happen wo all the kingdoms e wo Ghana inti na ohene hote ohene na ne hote because there are laws around the surroundings and the territories na omote ohene and ohene the last person ohene obi be sumo edam kura onim ene ahemfofo te den onua you think say to acquire power is just a mere way yi anase osika na ye de top there bi onua ahwe me na meka no ye besua de we will continue to learn and those who don't want to learn we will teach you. Papa Kujo, may God bless you. Edward Nyankopon enhira. Yes, nyame nhira mo nyinara. Thelma, may God bless you. Obi bia wo hwe biara. Mo make sure say mo be share we no na your history will be our strength. And don't let anybody tell yourself papa ya kwa. You have every right odike not to go. Nia yede ye wo nana no. Eno na ama ofie ho nyina o must triple efie ho nyina omutumi ene ye de rade ase nananom ye da omu nyina nso ase se omu abekenya odike ni ebi nso ba ene what you are hearing in Ghana is that what was done before ene be ya ko nyame nhira mo